Shalom, sisters. Kahalayim Layahau Ba'Hashem Yahushai for allowing us to see another day and allowing us to be virtuous daughters of Zion. And Shabbat Shalom to those of us that are keeping the Sabbath today. I pray that you are getting the rest that you need and deserve on the Sabbath day. In today's video, I'm going to talk about inordinate affection. This video will be inspired by Colossians 3 verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. So last night when I was reading this chapter and I came across this verse, something told me to look up what inordinate affection was, because usually whenever I read this chapter, I would just read over the term inordinate affection, not really knowing what it was. So last night, something in my spirit really told me to look up what it was, and I came across this article about what inordinate affection is. And this article was written by a Christian, so of course you will want to chew the meat and spit out the bones. However, I did find this article insightful, and I will link the article in the description box. So what I came across of what inordinate affection was in this article is that it is a unhealthy amount of obsessive thoughts towards someone or something. And as I was reading this article, because I started reading a good chunk of it last night, and then I finished it earlier today, and it inspired me to make a video about it. But when I was reading this article, I can understand why Paul says that it is idolatry, because whenever you are dealing with this spirit, like, you shape your life surrounding someone that you are having this inordinate affection of, or you make your availability of something as more important than Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. And this spirit is very sneaky, because you would think that it's something that's innocent until you're actually in the deep end with this spirit. And it's a very dangerous spirit too, because it's a very destructive spirit from within. Because whenever you're having this inordinate affection towards someone, excuse me, I'm actually kind of sick too, so please excuse if you hear like any mucus while I'm talking. I am so sorry. But to get back to the point, it's very destructive from within, because whenever you're having this inordinate affection towards someone, like, you constantly think about them, you make your life surrounded around them, like all you think about is that person, and wanting to crave that attention and connection from this person. And whenever you don't get it, or like it fades, like you start to pull strings to get that feeling back. It's like you're having withdrawals, right? And it messes with your mind. Like, again, like it's a mental thing. And I've always believed that once your mental is tampered with, it's very hard to try to get out of it when you're not aware, you know? But again, this spirit is very sneaky, and it will portray itself to be something so innocent until you finally are aware, and it's like, dang, I've been dealing with the spirit. Because that's how I felt when I was reading this article, and I went back to the scriptures, and I was like, dang, the things that's listed here, this is something that I've dealt with and continue to deal with until now, you know? So it's very manipulative. It messes with your mind, and it also clouds your judgment too. Because again, when you're surrounded by things and making other things and other people more of a priority than the Lord is, you lose your connectivity to the Lord. Whereas like you're not being spiritually strong. You're not as strong spiritually. You don't make sound judgment or decisions. Like, again, I don't know if I'm sounding like a broken record, but this spirit, it messes with your mind a lot, you know? And it strays you away from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, because when you make other things a priority, like, it's like you're turning your back away from the Lord, like, and you're not spending as much time with the Lord. You're not really worshiping Him in a way that you're supposed to, because first and foremost, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai is supposed to be the top priority. They are supposed to be your top priority. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? Your life should be centered with the Lord, not other things, and then the Lord is secondary. Like that's backwards, you know? But this is just a short video and something that I've learned while I was reading this article and when I was reading this verse. Again, I will be linking this article to the description box because it is a very good read. Like it is very descriptive and it's on point for the most part, and it also gives you tips on how to overcome it, where it doesn't stray away from our realm of thoughts when it comes to our beliefs. So that's why I am heavily suggesting this read, while also being mindful to like chew the meat and spit out the bones, because again, this was written by a Christian, but nevertheless, that's not really important. As long as you're getting the spiritual nuggets that you need, which I believe that you will, and that's why I'm making this video. But nevertheless, that's all that I really have. I pray that you guys find this short video edifying, and I will talk to y'all another time. Shalom.